Alice, everyone
keeps... Hey, just hear me out. There's a local doctor, Dr. Hart.
You know what I like about this because of what it is it's like a cheap, not cheap, but like cheesy like thriller, Stephen King thriller type game. I feel like the acting, I feel like the acting in the game is almost as cheesy as it would be in a regular like horror novel, like thriller novel. Because it seems kind of off, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Like the acting.
A little bit.
And I'm not complaining.
I think it's meant to be that way.
Well, that's why I'm saying I'm not complaining. It's kind of like
Silent Hill 2. Like the guy who was the main character in Silent Hill 2.
Guy Seehee.
Yeah, they got him because he kind of sounds cheesy
and stilted and weird.
Yeah, and like I'm not complaining because I like it for what it is. It just you could tell that that's what they were going with because it does seem a little off. Alan, stop killing me!
The cabin had gone dark. All the lights were out.
Because, I mean, did you just see that, though? Like, whenever you were in the house, and you were clearly standing right in front of her, and the lights go out, and she's like, where are you?
Yeah. Well, no, I think that's part of the story. Isn't it?
What?
Isn't it like when the lights go out, you're not really there anymore?
Well, no, I think it's not really that. I mean, it's. I think.
By the way, that doesn't give away anything for anybody.
No, I think it's part that and part that she's like afraid of the dark.
Yeah, she has a constant fear that something's always near.
Oh no! Fear of the dark. Fear of the dark.
That's the dragon dive for those of you who didn't know.
Keep going, Alan. Wake up.
Alice?
By the way, don't try to make sense of this right away, because you're not going to make any sense of this.
Yeah, a lot of this isn't... A lot of the weird shit that happens in this game isn't going to make sense until about, what, halfway, 3/4 of the way through?
At least 3/4.
All I knew was that something terrible had happened to Alice. The phone was dead. I'd have to find help on foot.
Of course you will, Alan.
There we go.
You know what one of my favorite things in video games nowadays is?
Was a book, The Creator's Dilemma, by a Dr. Emil Hartman. Seeing the book.
Emil Hirsch?
Fight with Alice.
What?
I didn't like it.
One of my favorite things about video games now is how quickly do they explain why people's cell phones don't work.
The gas station was
I don't know why I find that so interesting, because like in old horror movies they just cut the phone lines and that was it.
Yeah.
But like how do you, like in horror movies, how do you explain that the cell phones don't work?
Well, and here
or do
it's
they
like he's just like up in the mountains, so it's obviously that could be it.
Right. I think because that's a thing that has to be addressed now that didn't have to be before in horror movies and things like that.
Oh, we're out in the woods, so there's no signal, or oh, I lost it. Like, oh, where'd my cell phone go?
Or it could be like it follows, and we have no idea what time frame we're in.
Oh God.
And cell phones may or may not exist.
You know what? Can we?
I watched an
interview.
I watched an interview, and they address the fact that
it's an indescribable time.
It's an indescribable time because it's like, oh, what's this like future iReader thing? That's in like a
what's this birth control iReader?
Yeah, it really is like they said like it is like what the fuck are we like? Where the fuck are we?
The loose sheets of paper were pages from a manuscript entitled Departure. That was the name I planned to use for the next novel I had never gotten started. I was named the author. I hadn't written it. I couldn't remember writing it.
Did you write it?
Scene on the page, the hero was attacked by an
Did you write it, or did you write nothing?
I love that.
Okay, so...
oh, well...
Are we going to read all these?
Yeah, I was going to say, are you really going to read them? Because... they're all going to be there anyway, and we're not going to know which ones we just picked up anyway.
Yeah.
So just use your imagination on just choose your adventure novel that
basically
Alan Wake is finding.
They basically just explain what situation you're in right now.
Some of them are like you pick them up and it kind of explains something that happens shortly thereafter.
Yeah, like that one. Isn't this one like the first page is like talking about the gas station that he gets to eventually?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it follows. We'll talk about this for a little bit. It Follows was a weird fucking movie.
Yeah, you missed that podcast. We talked about it without the spoilers because Chris hadn't seen it at the time.
It's a weird movie, and it's clear that like after reading up on it, that it's taking a lot of ideas from old horror films, which is fine, but that like there's so many holes in the narrative that they are telling that I just didn't care.
My not only problem with it was the I think that I've said this before, is the full on Scooby-Doo ending where they just thought that electrocuting it was going to kill it when they shot it in the head like 5 times prior.
Yeah, it doesn't make any sense. But yeah.
Oh, I like this guy's dialogue.
Coral Stucky. Pleased to meet you. Non-refundable reservation deposit required. Fair and square.
Well, like all the enemies, like
I like how they do their voices.
yeah, like all the boss enemies, like him, like Stucky, and all the other characters that you run into, they have like their own like unique dialogue, which is hilarious.
Yeah.
Because he's technically like the first, like I guess he's technically a boss.
Technically, yeah.
Because I think like all the enemies that have like names instead of like the general people.
As if it stood in a blind spot caused by a brain.
We'll share some of these, I think.
It was bleeding shadows like ink underwater, like a cloud of blood from a shark bite. I was terrified. I squeezed the flashlight like my life depended on it, willing it to stop coming any closer. Suddenly something gave, and the light seemed to shine brighter.
So it's kind of explaining how, like, why you could, like, basically, like, power up the flashlight with your. Ugh. Look out for those logs.
They're so weird.
Yeah.
There's one. I think it's the next boss enemy. Is the I find to be the absolute worst part of the game.
What's that?
I had to figure a way out of this.
We'll talk about it when we get there. I think we'll get to it today for sure, but I want to make sure.
Oh, you just
There's
made a
your
Shining
Shining reference.
Oh, Energizer. There's your Energizer reference.
I thought when he turned the flashlight on, the light on the ceiling was the light for the flashlight. Yeah, you can tell that they're like in Energizer packs. That's kind of it's kind of rough. I forgot about that.
You're trying.
It really is awesome the way that they
Use the phone.
Yes. Bright Falls Sheriff Station.
Hello? Hello?
Isn't there an achievement called Nordic Walking, but it's like to get to like one end of the area to the other in like a certain time?
Yeah.
I think something like that.
There you go. There it is. Dumbest enemy in the whole game.
No.
The possessed construction equipment isn't the dumbest enemy in the game?
No.
I think the possessed construction equipment is the dumbest enemy in the game.
It's pretty dumb, but no, there's worse, I think.
I don't know about that.
I would say, but
Is it more dumb construction equipment?
No. Did you just jump into it?
Yeah, why not? I also like that you don't like this clearly isn't Resident Evil. Like you don't have to sit here and aim for the head or anything like that. Like you just fucking shoot at them till they're dead.
And now I just killed someone. Or something. There were no bodies. They just disappeared.
There's no buildings.
It felt real enough to make me
Kick it.
sick.
When a problem comes along, you must kick it.
The dark forest was the last place I wanted to go.
I thought there was something I could pick up. Sorry.
I had to get to the gas station.
No chainsaw for you. It's not
So you
Silent
could
Hill.
tell if it's
Not
something.
Silent Hill 2.
You can tell if it's something to pick up because we'll have like those weird
Yeah, I
brackets
thought
around
I
them.
saw the brackets. That's why I was like, what?
Wah.
Boss?
There's that weird neon painting, like paint on the
Yeah, it's telling you to go
wood.
this
Did you
way.
see that?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Well, no, it doesn't tell you where to go. It tells you where there's like hidden items.
Oh, yeah.
See, like that.
Eerie hand-painted graffiti was revealed by my flashlight. someone had hidden a chest of supplies.
Flare gun. Save that shit for later.
Yeah.
You'll need that in the most epic fight in this game. Is there another guy? Oh no, that's that light that just went out again. I love how weird and floaty the jump is.
Yeah, it's kind of weird.
Did he say it's Wabbit season?
He sure did.
Think some were fun.
Grab those Energizer batteries.
Battery!
Yes!
God
We can
damn
do it again!
Yeah! Woohoo! I'm so fucking excited now.
I love that.
Yes.
Why?
Why do I love it? I don't
No, I'm just
know.
saying, why is it again? Like, why are we doing it again?
Because we can.
Rosie, Rose is the worst character in the game. I'm gonna say it. I hate her. She's stupid. I know you're gonna have some character who's like, oh, I love Al Wink's in town. I'm gonna fucking blow him. But like, I don't care. I don't care.
Okay.
I don't care at all.
What does she sound like, Bert?
Oh my God, Alan Wake! I'm gonna blow him. I'm gonna blow Alan Wake because I'm such a big fan. I'm gonna gobble on his knob.
Jesus Christ.
Oh my god.
I'm a bad person.
Just like I think what's great is that like the game is clearly like you're outside in the dark, but it's not like
Oh.
Hi Dahlia. You're in Silent Hill, that's what it is.
This does have a Silent Hill like feel to it.
It does kind of.
Which is okay.
Yeah. Silent Hills, you mean that game that's canceled?
I hope not.
It better fucking not be.
Well,
not.
I hate to break it to you, sweetheart, but I'm pretty sure it is.
There's a good chance that it probably will be, which sucks because I did want to play that.
Find a way across. I didn't even want to look at the water.
You should look at the water.
You're such a dick.
Here, fishy, 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 fishy.
Fishy, 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 fish.
I wonder where the fish did go. Fishy, fishy, fishy. Oh.
That, ladies and gentlemen, is a Monty Python meaning of life reference. So appreciate that. Because that may be the only one that ever gets made.
A fishy. Ooh.
I just love that he has weird arms in that. Like big floppy dangly arms.
Fish did go.
What fucking bird? You were just yelling fishy, fishy, fishy. What the was that?
That's. Do you not remember the? It was
It's
a
like
Sesame
they jump into the boat or whatever because he
he's
just
like,
yells.
He's like, I'm gonna call.
Oh,
they're
okay.
fishing, and Ernie's
Yeah.
just like fishy, 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 and they just start jumping in the boat.
That's right, I forgot about that.
It's so bizarre.
I couldn't remember where that was from, but I remember it like vaguely, and I remember like somebody screaming about it, and then just random fish jump into a boat.
Got those Energizer brand lithium batteries.
I like that a lot of the game obviously takes place in the dark, but you can still see, and you can still see a lot of the colors too.
Yeah.
Like it doesn't feel like it's just like
It's not Slender Man.
Yeah, I'm not walking
the
around
Forest dark.
It does.
Yeah.
It does. Fog and ghosting and shadowing very well, unlike the
Silent Hill HD
remakes.
collection.
Fucking HD.
I'm so glad that I have the collector's edition or whatever it's called of or the greatest hits version of
Silent Hill 2.
Silent Hill 2.
What is... I think we talked about this before, but like what...
What's the difference?
Yeah, there's like an added chapter or something,
Yeah,
isn't
there's
it?
the added chapter where you play as
a character.
Yeah, I can't remember her name.
It's fine, because I've never played...
Whatever the fake Alice is.
Ah!
It's fine. It's fine.
Ah!
I've never played it. I don't know who any of
doesn't
the
even-
characters are.
He doesn't even know.
It's fine.
That, to be fair, though, that doesn't make a whole lot of sense, so I guess it doesn't really give anything away. But
I've really never played a Silent Hill game to completion.
basically, okay, you play as, I think, I'm trying to think of her name now. It starts with an M. I can't remember now.
I got
Mary.
through like
Mary is his wife's name,
yeah.
and Alice, I think it's Alice, is
Is she the one that you meet like in the beginning, kind of? Yeah.
You meet her at the beginning, and you play a chapter. You play like I don't know. It's probably like an hour or two of a chapter as her that takes place before Guy Seehey's character gets to.
But is there like
Silent Hill.
anything different to the main storyline in that version, or is it just like
no? It's just graphical updates and things like that. Like they added because the fog, the best fog texture and the way the fog worked came from the PS2 version, but the scene from a memory or whatever it's called, the Alice chapter or whatever her name is.
It's not Alice, I don't think, but I don't remember.
you were going the right way when you were on the top of those on top of the wood there?
Was I?
I'm pretty sure.
I thought that was just like the secret way.
Yeah, I've never played a Silent Hill game to completion.
Uh huh.
The one I played there where I got the farthest was the Resident Evil 0, was the PSP one. And I don't know why I almost finished it and I didn't. And I
Is that the
stopped.
one where you plays the trucker?
Yeah,
Okay.
and
Origins.
yeah, and that was like the worst one.
They-
I think of all the ones I've played, that was the worst.
Yeah, I mean, I've played through. Guffy and I played through the first one by myself. I played through with 2 and 3 with Guffy. I have yet to. I've started 4, but
I
haven't
need to
beaten
get that
it.
down somehow. I need to go over there, I think.
I'm trying to think what else. I've watched playthroughs of Homecoming and Downpour, and the remake of the first one. What's the name of that? Shattered Memories.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I played like a little bit of 1 and 2, and then that was it.
Realistically, if you play the first 3 and then get around to playing 4, you're good.
Yeah, I wasn't planning on playing Downpour or Homecoming.
They're bad.
Like I said,
I mean,
like,
they're
I'm in the same boat with you. I watch playthroughs of them, and I'm fine with watching that.
Yeah, they're definitely not games that I would go out and buy. They're great to watch somebody else play,
Yeah.
but I would never want to play them.
Like, I think the only reason I would play one of those is if I had nothing else to do
Right,
and I had a copy of it.
right.
But I'm not going to go out of my way to buy one.
Yeah, like I got copies of Silent Hill 2 and 3 on Amazon for really cheap. Again, like most of my decently expensive games, I got them when nobody cared.
Yeah, that's what I did with most of my collection.
Oh, I forgot to tell you this. So years ago when I was in college, this is for everybody else that's not in this room, I had a copy of Resident Evil 3 on the GameCube. That's hard to find. I had that. I had 1. I had the remake. I had 2, and I had 3. Well, I had it in college, and somebody borrowed it, and then never got it back, and I have no idea where it is anymore. But I bought it the other day, and it was $20.
Yeah.
$20.
Yeah, I have.
Like they clearly had no idea what they had.
Yeah, I have the remake of 1. I have 2 for PlayStation 1. And I have the remake of it for GameCube. I have the remake of 3 for GameCube.
Oh, okay.
And then I obviously have 4 for GameCube, and then
Yeah,
5 for 360.
I have never played Resident Evil 4 on anything but a GameCube.
Yeah.
I can't imagine what it would be like to play it without it at this point.
On 2, on PlayStation 2, it's weird.
Yeah.
The textures look like weird. Like
Yeah.
it's like weird JPEGs for some things, and
Yeah.
like the actual like atmosphere or whatever. I don't know how to describe it, but for like backgrounds and stuff, like it's like really off. The only thing worth getting it for PlayStation 2 would be for the added Ada Wong chapter.
Yeah, because
That's the only thing that's like actually worth it, and
Yeah.
I don't even think that's even good.
No.
It's only if you have a fucking boner for Ada Wong, like if you actually like her as a character, which I don't think she's that interesting.
I've
don't
started to play the Ada Wong missions after I beat Resident Evil 4, and I'll tell you this, I didn't fucking care.
Yeah. Well, there's
Yeah,
one.
most
They
people
have
don't.
one in the GameCube version, but there's an extra one or an extended one in the PlayStation 2 game.
Okay, so we finally got past that part.
Maria is her name,
Maria,
not
yeah.
Alice. Maria. So it's Mary and Maria. But Maria looks like Alice, or Maria looks like Mary. Jesus Christ. I'm still so fixated on Alice showing up in everything now and being a bad guy.
We should just buy a Ouya and make a game where the final boss is Alice. In fact, she's the boss of every level.
By the way, there is a game that's coming out. I don't remember what it's called, but it is basically you know how everything like, oh, well, like we've got to be retro and cool, so let's make everything with pixel art.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's the opposite. It's, hey, let's do something retro, so let's make something with really sharp polygons and make it look like
That's what I was gonna say. I think I said this like a while ago. I'm like, with all this like retro bullshit that's happening, when is the retro phase gonna go into like N64 territory?
It's starting. It's just starting now.
Good.
It is just starting.
Because honestly, like, I love classic 8-bit, 16-bit.
Like the best
graphics.
one I've played is probably Shovel Knight.
Yeah.
one that's
They're all fantastic.
Shovel Knight and there's a Scott Pilgrim game are like my favorite
Yeah.
like pixel art type games.
100% agree. But my issue is that everybody's doing it.
Yeah, it's everywhere.
I was hoping that one day we would get to the point that it would become the N64 era graphics.
Yeah.
Because I mean there are some Xbox Live indie games that are terribly coded that look like they want to be real games, but they don't have the budget, so they're just like horribly modeled.
Yeah.
That's not the same.
That's like like what's that one game you just downloaded that came out? Isn't Titan Souls like that? It's like pixel.
Yeah, it's like pixel art.
Like Titan Souls and that other one, that Axiom game, like
Axiom Verge. Now Axiom Verge, I think, is a little bit different because it looks exactly like it looks like
Metroid.
It looks like a Metroid clone. And apparently, like one of the guys from Nintendo, I think it was Reggie, was like, "Wow, this looks exactly like a Metroid game," and someone in the crowd shouted, "If you don't make it, somebody will."
That's nice. I didn't hear about that. He's
you gotta get the goo off of him. My goo.
Like, ooh.
But yeah, I'm really glad that that's finally happening, because honestly, as much as I love the 8-bit and the 16-bit era,
Yeah.
most of my remembering playing video games happened on PS1 and N64.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
Because I was just a little
Tom Jr.
I was a little Tom Jr. at the time when a lot of that and NES, Super NES, and Genesis stuff was going on.
Yeah, I mean, like, I grew up playing like Nintendo and Super Nintendo and stuff like that, but like, I had more
but we get it at this point. Like, we get it.
Yeah. I have a better memory of like some like pre.
I keep getting a rogue
Jesus
button.
Christ.
I'm sorry.
Like some of like the early PS1 or N64
Yeah.
games, I remember like just fucking blowing my mind, and that was like a change where it was like really good. Like fucking
Yeah.
games can look like this.
Yeah. Now,
Like-
looking back on them now, like for people that weren't around when that was all going on, that probably seems like nothing to you.
Yeah,
Like,
'Cause,
why does that? Why
everything
does that,
looks like this right now.
Yeah, exactly. Because everything looks like this. Everything looks like it could almost be real, and like the best thing we could get was like Leon's face that looked like a fucking 3D hexagon.
Yeah. Or like that always you should fucking find this picture and put it up. But I think I've sent this to you before. I either sent it to you or Becky, where it's a screen cap of Final Fantasy 7 or 8, and it's Renoa talking to Squall, and she's like, "You're the best looking guy here." And then they zoom in on his face, and it's this giant pixelated garbage monster mash face. Like, I always see it. It's the funniest thing ever. Because it's the beginning when they're at the dance.
It's the best. That's the best.
Oh, man.
I like how everyone's hands was like a giant brick and everyone pointed.
Yeah.
And they were like always pointing with 4 fingers.
Yeah.
That's why WWF Attitude is the funniest game ever.
Because they have the oven mitt hands.
They have oven mitt hands.
So yeah, it was like that change from like just like 2D shit to full 3D was like amazing.
Also, that shit right there is the coolest shit in the game.
Yeah.
When you're walking and there's enemies that just appear behind you.
There's like, hey, there's this bullshit behind you.
Yeah, you might want to do something about that.
May want to pay attention.
You
I
want
want to start running or dodging or some bullshit.
you want to do something about that?
God damn it.
It's gonna be funny every time you do it.
Hooray!
Jump and shoot, wake.
Jump and shoot.
So like, I don't mind like the retro
No,
2D stuff.
No, it's time for
like
a
it's
cha-
fine,
time for a
but like
change.
it's getting a little old. Are you gonna watch?
Okay,
Yo, let's
all right.
watch this.
All right, hold on. Everyone shut the fuck up.
We're gonna watch the first episode of Bright Falls.
Are we?
We absolutely are.
Okay. Oh no!
Hoisted by his own petard.
Every time somebody says hoisted by their own petard, all I think about is the fucking all I think about is the Robin Hood fucking Daffy Duck thing where he goes, hoisted by my own petard. So every time
Thrust, parry, thrust.
so every time I hear it as a lisp in my head.
Oh god.
So that's Night Springs.
So that's Night Springs. We will be watch every time we come across one. We will be watching it. It's so that, and it's clearly as you can figure out, it's very clearly a reference to old Twilight Zone episodes, which is one of the many
people-
references in this game. But to me, it's just one of those little things that make this game great. So.
Everybody's got a pig face.
Everybody's got a pig face. Yep. That's one of the best episodes of that show ever. Everyone's got a fucking pig face.
Why should I listen to you? You're Hitler.
Hey, Braun, help me! There's a gremlin on the wing of the plane!
Oh god. Penis.
Edwig Cryer's penis.
All I can think about is that terrible fucking Ninja Turtles video that Zach sent us years ago.
Wait, what are you talking about?
It's this really poorly animated Ninja Turtles thing. And it's Krang. And it just
I require penis, or whatever you guys said.
come in my mouth. It's so bad.
How did you forget it? You always fucking say it.
I'm too busy trying to shoot shadow guys.
You're trying to shoot shadow misters.
I can't think about, for the once in my life, I can't think about penis.
Bird's trying to fight Shadow Jago over here. Oh shit.
I beat the first boss, you guys. Oh my god. And I did it while thinking about penis.